Hi guys, I'm FreeplayFrenchie and welcome to my brand new series, What's in My Comic Book Bag. I am so excited to finally be doing this series. I've had these books out for a while now, these comic books are out for a while, and my plan was to get them in the beginning of the week, read them in the week, and then do the video at the end and try and do it every week. It's probably been about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks since I've had these comic books out from the library, and I've just, time's flown by and I had a festival to go to, but tomorrow I'm gonna go get some more, so I thought, yay, today I can finally do them, and there's 5, so I'm gonna be doing 5 every week or 5 every so often depending on how quickly I can read them. So this is my comic book bag. Ta-da! It's pretty old, but it's brilliant and it's super handy. I was also told recently, I was talking to my friends at the Geek Life, which is a really cool website that you should check out if you haven't yet. You can also find us on Facebook. A friend of mine there was like, you can get comic books at your library, and I was like, yeah, of course, because I live in the UK. But apparently that's not the thing in America. So I'm totally sorry if you guys can't do that in America, but I will be showing you and talking to you about the ones I like and enjoy, and then you can always find them and just buy them because you already know they're great, rather than having to buy lots and be disappointed. Okay, so I've got 5 that I got out especially to borrow for 3 weeks from my local library, and then I've got 2 bonus ones which aren't really included because of reasons, but I'll show you them as well. So the first one is Neil Gaiman's Murder Mysteries, which isn't your typical comic book, and I know normally there are going to be a lot of superheroes, but I thought I'd start with this one. I'm a really big Neil Gaiman fan. I worked on him for my dissertation. He's an amazing writer. He wrote Coraline and American Gods, and I did loads and loads of studying on him and his work basically, but I've only read a few of his graphic novels, and this one was really interesting actually. It's kind of done in that kind of style, just like that. And it's about one of these angels that is awoken to investigate the murder of another angel. And it's actually quite short, but it was really interesting learning all about the mythology and the lore in this story. And I'm not really a big murder mystery person, but I would definitely recommend reading this if you're into Neil Gaiman. It's pretty dark, and you hear a little bit about Lucifer, because I know he's done a Neil Gaiman, I think he did The Sandman, and he's also done, I think, one on Lucifer, who has his own comic book that I've seen. I might get out this week actually. But yeah, so it's a really good one. I was a little bit stuck at first, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna plough through it. I don't think I'll read it again, but if you're a Neil Gaiman fan, definitely read it. It's very good. At the end as well, they have all these really cool bits explaining a little bit about the author and the artist, and a little bit about the drawings and where the story came from as well. Like that. Number 2 is Justice League of America Dark Things. So I'm just gonna show that to you there. Sorry, I know the glare is pretty bad. This was a really great comic. If you're into the Justice League, I strongly recommend reading this before the movie comes out, because it's just great to know a little bit about the lore and stuff before you get into the movie. In this one, Batman is played by Tim Drake, I think. I don't know where Bruce is, but Tim's doing it instead. And who knew, there's a giant gorilla in the Justice League. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, giant gorilla in the Justice League. I can't remember his name now. Oh yeah, it was Bill. His name's Bill. And he can turn into a giant gorilla. And there's also a few other great characters in it as well. There's Starman, and it follows them all the way back through the journey, learning about the original Green Lantern and his daughter. I come across the Starheart, which is a mixture of chaos energy and good energy, basically. And there's a huge battle. There's loads of fighting. Vision is Vision's in it? No, Vision's not in it because Vision's Marvel. There's some great battles in it. Wonder Woman's in it, along with the original Flash as well, as you can see. And Power Girl as well. So I would strongly recommend reading it before the movie, just so you know a little bit about it, because they could actually use this one day as a big movie. It's quite a big, complex story. Loads of superheroes in it, Supergirl as well. So that was a really good one, and I totally recommend that. Number 3 is The Avengers Origins. Now this is another one I totally recommend for everyone starting new to comics. It follows the origin story of Ant-Man and the Wasp, Vision, Luke Cage, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and Thor as well. So you probably already know a little bit about the Avengers from the movie, but the Avengers is so big. There's so many different ones in their group, and then there's the new Avengers and the new Warriors and the old Avengers and the evil Avengers. There's so many out there. So learning a little bit about Luke Cage, I didn't know much about Luke Cage until I read this, and his story is quite interesting, along with the Wasp as well, and Vision, to hear his side of it, along with Ultron and what went on there. That was really interesting as well. All broken down into separate stories, so you can just flip between whichever ones you want. So Luke Cage's story, Ant-Man, the Vision. Yeah, really good ones if you want to know a little bit more about them, but this is just those ones there. So Luke Cage, Vision, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and Thor, and that's Avengers Origins. Before is the Avengers World, and this is another kind of good Origins one because it details the beginning where Iron Man and Captain America come together to find more of Avengers to join them. So you start off with the originals there. Sorry, camera angles. These are the original ones here. You've got Iron Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, etc, etc. And then that expands throughout the story and you learn slightly more about them as we go. So now in this one, as the story develops, you've got Captain Marvel, Cannonball, Man-in-Fold, Hyperion, Captain Universe, Smasher, Falcon, Spider-Man, and it shows you a little bit about how they found them as well. And as far as the story goes, they find a person on another planet. It's not really a person, it's more like an alien who creates worlds along with his sister, and they decide to start destroying Earth because we're not matching up to their expectations really. And it has one of my favourite characters in it, Captain Universe, the woman here. She is in A-Force and she's an amazing character. Something terrible happened in her life, but she now controls basically the universe. I'm trying to find a good picture of her for you. There she is. There's some great interaction as well between the superheroes. Spider-Man's hilarious. And yeah, it's just brilliant, so I would definitely recommend reading this one as well to learn a little bit more about the Avengers. Great backstories and quite a short one too. Finally, number 5, I've read my first proper Guardians of the Galaxy comic, titled Original Sin. And this one's collecting 18 to 23, so you do kind of come into the middle of the story. There is a little bit of stuff missing, but there's a big old fight with Thanos, which is amazing. Let me just show you this. Yeah, super awesome fight there. And there's a really touching moment in this one with Groot when a new superhero comes on board. I put the picture on my Instagram actually. And Groot gives her a hug, and it's so sweet. He's honestly the best character. Surprisingly, you also learn a lot about Venom's homeworld in this book, because originally, like most people, I thought Venom was really bad, but he's actually from a planet that's quite good, and their main mission is to create like superheroes essentially, just corrupt them, and then the symbiote, or the thing that they're made of, gets all sort of confused and angry, and then it gets even worse, and then you get creatures like Venom, making it hard for everyone to get along. But yeah, so this was a really good one. This is Groot and Venom mixed together. I've got to show you this. Sorry, I can't really see when I'm showing you stuff. Read many Guardians of the Galaxy comics, so if you guys can recommend any, that would be great, though I'm probably going to get some out tomorrow if I can. And yeah, this was just another really great one to read. Also, I had no idea that Peter Quill and Kitty Pryce are dating, and I think they've just got married as well. For any of you who don't know, Kitty is that girl in X-Men who can go through buildings, and also I think she's got some psychic powers. And her and Peter from Star-Lord are getting married, so that was really exciting, and I was really into that. Another reason to read the comics. So those are my top 5 of this week, guys, I loved all of them. Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers, Avengers World, a really good one if you want to learn more about who's in the Avengers and where they came from. Avengers Origins, again, same kind of thing. Justice League of America. You want to learn all about that kind of stuff before Justice League comes out, because then you can go home and say to your friends, did you know there's a giant gorilla called Bill in the Justice League of America? And then Neil Gaiman's Murder Mysteries, very good. Probably at the bottom though if I was going to recommend them. If I had to pick one, I would say Original Sin is the funniest. And a great insight into Guardians of the Galaxy. So my 2 bonus ones I also got out of the library, but that I'm not really counting, but I thought I'd show you anyway. The first one is this Maximum Ride book. I'm on number 9. I'm sure some of you guys out there read the Maximum Ride series, but I didn't like it. I didn't want to get into it. It just didn't really appeal to me. It was far too popular. It's written by James Patterson, who is a very, very famous writer. He churns books out like every day. But I'm reading the manga. I'm reading the manga. And I'm really enjoying it. I read them in like a day, not even that, an hour. And I'm on number 9. So I've got a few more to go. There's that one. And also I got this for free. Captain America Reborn. It's in a pretty shoddy condition. It's not great, and it's got like bits hanging out the side there, and it needs a bit of work, but I got it for free, and I found that in a charity store. So keep your eyes peeled, guys, because I don't know if I'm gonna read this. I'm not a big fan of Captain America, but I love having them in my collection, and you never know what people might want later on, or you never know what might be in the comics that's not in the films, so always keep your eyes peeled. Here we are, guys. Thank you so much for watching this first episode of What's in My Comic Book Bag. I'm gonna get some more tomorrow and be returning these ones. I hope you did enjoy. If there's any particular ones you want to see, if you want to see more superhero comics, or if you want to see less, if you want to see different kind of graphic novels, then please let me know. Thank you again for watching, guys. I've been FreeplayFrenchie. Be cool, be kind, and I will see you in the next episode.